What up, YouTube? Back at it again. I need to finish this. Well, I don't need to do anything, but I want to screw this in. I'm sorry. I'm having like equipment difficulties. This camera, you little jerk, wasn't working for whatever reason. It's crazy when something that like you literally don't touch, like move or offend often. Why is my hat not straight? Just decides to stop working, and then you sort of take plugs out, you put them back in exactly where they were, you hit on again, and then it's like, oh hey, what's going on, Zach? Good to see you. What's going on, guys? Good to see you. Sorry, I'm ranting over here. Things are, and then it like, I really don't want to buy a new camera. This isn't a normal webcam. These things are expensive, so I'm not trying to do. Sorry about that. I figured it out. Dude, perfect timing, right? Just as I kicked that cord, I realized that was a user error. Had nothing to do with these plugs here. Apparently the USB was hanging on by a thread there. Cool intro, Zach. We're looking at SleepToken. I'm trying to get through this album. Well, I'd like to. And I've only got a couple songs left, and I don't usually do full ass album reviews. In fact, I never do. But this group is interesting and intriguing to me, and I'd like to check out a lot more of their stuff. So right now we're on Provider. This is 6 minutes long. So buckle up. Do me a favor. Go support SleepToken. Go like. Go subscribe. They don't have, with any of these, most of these that I've done, music videos. It's just this flag's gonna catch on fire in a second here, and then it's gonna burn. Sometimes they'll throw in some little things at the end where, like, it has flashes of like that you got to kind of pay attention to, but otherwise, I'm just gonna dive in. If you guys haven't already, make sure you like, comment down below, make sure you're subscribed. Sorry for the long intro. Things weren't working, and I learned that it was me, and I'm really happy about that, because that means I don't have to buy another camera. I just need to be a smarter person that pays attention and stops kicking cords. Let's go. I do have lyrics pulled up. I have not read them. I have not heard the song. Whoa. That was... Vessel, chill.
I wanna be a provider. Gonna you is silk like a spider. Roll or die, you bet I'm a rider. You're out of shell, you're a secret insider. I wanna be a provider. Your guiding hand, your final decider. That bit of future, your fire, stoke your desire. Just let me know that you're mine. I wanna be a provider. I wanna be a provider.
I love the journey style, not journey the group, the journey style that, like, you know, the adventure style that they take they take their time with their songs, and they take you on this sort of roller coaster into places, and it's like you have no idea. I haven't heard this song, and it's like with an intro that's we're already a minute and 20, and it's just very kind of drawn out, and I feel like I know what's coming, but I have no idea, because they do so many different things, and it's like it's crazy. It's like, what genre is SleepToken? Yep. Yeah, you're right.
But I
dude, there's like rock and R&B vibes in this. Vessel, what are we doing here? This is wild, man. I want to be your provider. Obviously, that's pretty straightforward. In relationship speak, we're talking about I want to be the one that provides. Although there is some stuff buried in this language, as I kind of reading ahead here, almost that nods towards like, I want to be the one that's there for you. That's in your circle of trust, in your ring, in your, he said, what do you say, your crab shell or something like that. I don't know, I can't find it again, but basically, trusted with your time, your space, your energy, etc. I want you to know you can come to me, but there are hints of like, I also might not trust myself. And there is a destructive nature as to, how I might do things. So I'm a little cautious in this offering, in a sense that, I'd like to make sure I am, and I will always be here for you. To the same effect, I'm not sure that I fully trust that within myself, but like, I'm gonna give it a damn shot, right? And then, if you dig even deeper, there could be nods towards substances. I read ahead a little bit, but
Hold up on you. Do wanna go there? Yes, I do. I wanna do more than just bend the rules. But you've been hitting my phone so hard I find it breathing through a tube. And I see you, yeah, I see you. The only bad body spitting ice in the room. The only good girl this side of the moon. And you're the only game that I like to lose.
I'm paused right there. I want to do more than just bend the rules because you've been hitting my phone so hard. I found it breathing through a tube in an ICU. An ICU, right? So nice little play on words there. The only bad body spinning eyes in the room. So yeah, this is kind of what I was getting at with there could be other things at work here. Or, I mean, shit, this could be a Verizon or AT&T commercial. Hey, Sprint, call him up. He's saying that he's talking about hitting up the phone and he wants to be your provider. So, take that bar and run with it, and pay them some generous money for it. Uh, you know what I'm saying?
Body spitting ice in the room. The only good girl this side of the moon. And you're the only game that I like to lose.
You're the only game that I like to lose. I love that. You're the only girl. What do you say? This side of the moon. The only good girl this side of the moon. Basically, the only thing that I see that I care about. And you're the only game that I like to lose. I don't even care if this shit hurts me. As long as, and there again, there's some damaging components even to that. It's sweet, but like saying like, I'm happy taking an L in this situation as long as I can stay kind of close, and even if I lose, at least we have whatever this is, right? But it there's a fine line that you don't cross beyond those feelings, right? Anyways.
Your fingers from the side of my skin line, going there the next time. I can give you what you want. Our bodies converse like old friends, exchanging the yes and silence, with something unsaid on both ends. Surely we know the difference. like a spider. Roll or die, you bet I'm a rider.
Yeah, I like that line too. I want to be a provider, garner you in silk like a spider. It's interesting because like a spider's web is woven in this sort of silky kind of way, and on touch it's soft, smooth. But it's when you're saying I, I want to be a provider, right? And then garner you in silk like a spider. It's almost like within self admittedly saying like um people find spiders inherently scary and dangerous. uh Most aren't. They just look creepy and kind of seem creepy, but like if you think about it, like um that's almost like admitting like because there's a lot of ways that you could say like I just want to cover you with the luxuries, the lavish things. Garner you in silk like a spider. It has there is a component to that saying like if I'm coming from the spider perspective, that there is a danger in that. I'd like to, and also like what do spiders, what do they do with their webs? That's used for prey. Um, that's used to capture something and keep something. Not necessarily to bring excess comfort, if that makes any sense. And I might be reading. I always read too much probably into their lyrics, but he does a lot of things that like you got to think about.
Your outer shell, your secret inside it. And your fingers from the side of my skyline. Going there this time. I can give you what you want. Not soldier.
To the drummer too, he's so good. I say it every time, but like I listen to things and I hear drums because that's what I'm a drummer at, well, was at heart, but dude's nasty. And that fade out, I can give you what you want when you sort of, and repeating that, like when you sort of fade that out, it's almost like are you assuring somebody of that, or are you assuring yourself that you're capable of that, right? um you could, it's wild, man. Any of their songs, like I can sit back and I can take a road and stick to it, and I'm probably 100% wrong in everything I say with what the intent was originally. um but that's like the coolest thing about music, is that it's kind of up to the listener. Like, what do you hear, you know if you take this like in a nutshell, for me, like I'm first of all, I love this song. um they didn't get crazy with sometimes they'll have like five songs in one. and they'll change things so drastically throughout. This one didn't do that as much. It was longer, but like they kind of, you have like your build up, and then it sort of caps off, and then you sort of fade, and it's built a little bit more, like your sort of prototypical kind of song, a little bit longer, but like the storytelling that they do, this whole album is amazing. Um, yeah, I can't wait to get through it, honestly, so I could buy it and play it in my car and whatever. But I think that there's, you could take this a couple ways. You could, like I said, you could take this in the it does read like and sound like it is trying to give reassurances to a partner, that you are thick and thin, you are there, you want to do everything you can to provide. However, um, you have this unsurety and this fear built within yourself that you you're not exactly even sure that you're capable. Um, but damn it, you're gonna dive in and try, right? And if you get a little bit deeper, there are you know lyrics in here that it could be interpreted like a like a relationship with a substance where um, you're you have this draw to something that's that is otherwise damaging, or or toxic in a sense, because there's a lot of doubt in this song, in that's kind of created in that narrative. So it's interesting. I don't know what the intent was. Honestly, I don't know. I haven't done enough reading on Vessel, if he's had substance issues, or a lot of the songs they are relationship driven, um, or seem to be, at first glance. So I don't know. I don't want to read too deep into it, because then you start just making shit up, right? So that's kind of my take on it. But otherwise, yeah, go support Sleep Token. I'm gonna cut it there. This is long enough, but I will get to the next. I think I've only missed maybe one or two songs off this album. So if you haven't checked out the rest, make sure you do so. On I have a playlist. You can go check it out. Just search Sleep Token on my channel. Otherwise, if you want me to check anything else out by them, Patreon's the best way to get me. But I do read all my comments, so make sure you drop a comment down below. Um, and yeah, make sure you hit like, make sure you subscribe. Appreciate that much. I will be live tonight in 2 hours. Tonight, where do these days go? Where do the years go? Good God, I'll be live in 2 hours. We're doing requests. Anybody's music, you can throw me whatever. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll talk to you on the next.